tell what you were thinking, babe.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy that you're here. Today I have a DIY where I made some resin coasters, and these pretty agate resin coasters I made, I have all of the information. I'm going to also put that in the description bar below, but if you want to know how I made these coasters, then stay tuned and we're going to get into all of the steps and also the safety. Now when you use resin of any kind, you definitely need to use a mask. A lot of people don't mention this. I love you guys. I don't want you to get hurt, so make sure that you wear a mask and goggles and protect yourself because you're going to be heating this resin up. Also some gloves. Make sure that the gloves are nitrile for protection. Very important. I also going to be using a heat gun and some art resin this time, not regular epoxy. And I'm going to be using some basically a mold and some cups. Now I like these cups because these cups actually have the measurements already lined, so you can get your measurements exact, but that's up to you, it's optional. And I'm going to be using some mica pigments, and I'm also going to go ahead and use a little bit of gold foil, and I'll show you how we'll incorporate that a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now the first thing that we're going to do is measure out how much we're going to need. And because, like I said, this has the measurement lines on it, I love these cups. You can basically get the correct measurement every time. Otherwise, make sure that you're measuring correctly. Once you measure out the exact amount for both, you're just going to mix it for about 3 minutes. Make sure you actually do it really well and mix it well. After that, you're going to separate it out evenly because these are the colors that you're going to be using. Now the first one I'm going to be using is something called C. It's a really pretty color blue. It reminds me of a teal, but it has more of like a blue indigo feel or color to it, but that's close enough for me. You guys know I love peacock and teal blue. Now this color I'm going to be mixing in with this one is going to be a pearl white. It's very pretty and it'll offset that blue color really well. And I'm going to mix that really well to make sure that when you add your mica pigments or any type of coloring, whether it's ink, make sure that you mix it well, go around the sides really well, and you can see how pretty these colors are coming out. So I just wanted to show you what they look like. For the last one, I'm going to be using this gold foil. I'm simply taking one sheet and throwing it in there and mixing it around. Now you can choose any colors you want. These are what I chose to go with. But as you can see, I'm getting the right consistency. And what you want to do next is you actually want to wait before you start pouring it. I forgot to do that, and like an idiot, I started pouring it, and as you can see, it's going to get a little muddy later on. And don't worry about the sides. You can always push it to the sides. It's a little messy, I know that, so I went back and basically wiped it out. But don't worry, the mold that we're using is a silicone mold, and resin does not stick to silicone molds. Now you can make these if you want, or you can order them. I will definitely leave all of the information in the description bar below for you guys, so that way you can go ahead and order any of this if you're interested in recreating this or any other resin products. But like I said, always make sure that you protect yourself and don't just use resin without any type of protection. It's very important. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add in the pearl.
It isn't hard to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips, so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over.
Now that I got all my colors, I'm going to go back and put a little bit more pearl in there just to clean it up because it got really muddy, and that's because I didn't wait to actually let it thicken up a little bit, so they're really running into each other. Now what I'm going to do is go back and take just a stick or any type of you know, stick or spoon or knife or whatever, and you just want to pull those colors in together to give it a little bit more of a variance or layered look. once you wait 15 minutes, you're going to see some bubbles coming up. You're going to hit those bubbles with a heat gun. Now make sure that you're not getting too close, and so you don't get too much movement, and make sure that you're not melting down your resin mold, because you do want to reuse it, so just be careful of that, guys. And then I'm going to let it dry overnight, and we're going to get back to it today. Now this is the next day. As you can see, I already did my nails and everything, so excuse me. Anyway, they're actually dry, so I'm going to go ahead and unmold them. And after I unmold them, we're going to move on to the next step. But you can see, guys, that mold is completely clean, but I like the way it looks. It looks really nice, and I actually like the transparency of it. I like this side better. I'm just going to go and sand off, just do a little bit of sanding on the areas that are sticking out before I move on to the next step. So now I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the outside with this gold pen. You can either use gold leafing, you can use gold paint with the brush. I just chose to use this. I'll put this in the description bar also, because it's so simple. It's white. You just go ahead and shake it up, and then you're going to prep it by pushing it down a little bit for the felt tip, and it'll activate it, and now you see it's gold. And now all we're going to do is just take that and paint it. Well, actually, it's like a marker. So isn't that cool, guys? Really quick, really easy. And that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and let it dry. Now that they're dry, I'm just checking them now. We're done. I absolutely love the way these turned out. They look awesome. I love the gold foil in it. I love the way the colors are just so pretty. And I wanted to give you guys a really good close-up on how it looks. And this is really awesome. So if you guys want to try this out, like I said, I'll put all the information in the description bar below. Don't forget to be safe when you're doing this and wear protective equipment. Thanks for watching this. If you want to see more DIYs like this, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.